I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what religion you are. It doesn't matter what you think about God. It doesn't matter what your skin color is, your ethnicity, nothing. You're valuable. You're worth something. You matter, and you have something to offer the world. But
I'm over it, time I move past for the closure. I'm older and I'm moving faster than ever. I'm cold with it, whether for casters or whether it's 4 lines or more. I'm the master of never impeding the flow.
What's up, guys? It's Pastor Jordan. Today we are reviewing a song because I've heard it about 1,000 times, but I love it. It's one of my favorite songs on the whole world. It's by Marlon Craft. Marlon Craft. Bro, he's not huge, but he is an amazing artist. And the first time, I feel like for most people, the first time you hear this song and you watch the video, you think that he's African American, but he's not. He's Caucasian. And he's somebody who grew up in New York. He grew up, being about that life, and he grew up seeing a lot of things that he didn't agree with. And so when he has the chance to talk about it, he really goes off, dude. He really, really goes off. I really appreciate him as an artist and as a person. And I'm excited to share him with you. This is a really popular song. Most reactors have reacted to this, but I really found him based off his freestyles. He's just a good rapper. He's really with like the boom bap kind of stuff, but he's amazing, man. He's literally amazing. So we're just gonna get right into it. It's funny because it's one of my favorite songs, but I can't even say the title. It's Gang, and then the S word. No hate for that. No, I just can't say it. I'm a pastor. This is my Christian channel. But the message of the song is literally incredible. So I'm so excited to share this with you guys. We're gonna get right into it. Here we go. And I feel like it's election night tonight, so I feel like this is just something I want to react to. This is me sharing my view on what the world is like and my view on how things are going. I hate racism. I hate seeing racism. I hate seeing hate in the world. I think that people are people, and people are valuable no matter who they are, no matter what walk of life they came from, no matter anything. People are just valuable. And I'll get into it.
So I put them on, they better make them lie from steal.
Such a crazy. He says, if they're gonna lie and steal, I'm gonna make them lie from steal. Like you're dead from the steal, right? But also like he's able to capture the viewpoints so perfectly of people who don't understand the other side. He's able to capture ignorance so perfectly. He's saying if they're gonna lie and steal. Already there's so much wrong with that statement. Like who's they? And why is it that they only lie and steal? Why do you have to categorize them like that? Why do you have to categorize people that way? Why do you have to label them that way? Why do you have to just say, well, these people lie and steal, these people don't? That's not how the world works, man. The world does not work that way. Sadly, and not sadly at the same time, you can't just look at somebody and say, you're bad and you're good. It doesn't work that way, and it's never gonna. And most of the time, when people label people like that and they say, you're bad and you're good, those are really the bad people. The people who want to define people as that, those are the real bad people. Those are the people who can't be trusted. When you want to segregate people and you want to divide them and you want to isolate them and say you're bad and you're not, that's the bad person. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. That's a trashy way to grow up. And I'm a Christian, I'm a pastor, but I hate racism. And I will tell you who taught me to hate racism. And I will tell you how I learned. But let's just get a little bit further first. But amazing bar. And shout out to the actors that Marlon found, because they're incredible, dude. They're incredible actors.
These are the cops of my brothers, and they be wishing us harm. They told me that.
See, and that's the mentality that they have, bro. That's the mentality that some people have, whether it's one side or the cops or whoever. Like it's this mentality of you want to hurt me, so I have to be ready for you to hurt me. I have to be ready to hurt you before you can hurt me. Right? Like you have to, bro. That's the mentality that's destroying us. It's this: I gotta get you before you get me. And you know what? It's a mentality that's destroying us, but it's a mentality at the same time that a lot of people use because it's the only one that they have to keep them safe. I reacted to a song of a fan the other day, and it was all about how just all his friends around him are dying from either from gang wars or from police shootings or anything else, man. It's so sad, dude. It's so sad, and it's just disgusting to see.
Fucking gang.
And you know what? I feel like he captures so perfectly that all organizations are like gangs. Like, it's not just, it's not. When we picture gangs, we picture people who dress a certain way. We picture people who look a certain way, and it's not like that. Like, the police force could be considered a gang, right? There's a quote from a book that I love, and it says, "You know what? Nobody can tell us anything, or you don't have to listen to anybody until they have the means to back it up." That's what the government is. That's what police is. It's people who want to govern things, and usually they have a good intent. Sometimes they don't, but they have the means to back it up so that you have to listen. You can look at corrupt governments, or you can look at really bad governments in like other countries where it's just really bad. Nobody cares about the people. They just tell you what to do, and they press on you. That's just a gang, bro. It's just a gang. It's really a very clear picture to him in his mind of what he sees the world as. It's just a bunch of different gangs, a bunch of different cliques, and some have power and some don't.
Gang, sure oppression and pain while all of these Mexicans.
Bro, if this video is not relevant, it was what, a year ago? It was relevant then, and it's relevant now. Super relevant. It's election day, bro. It's election day. It's relevant. But he does such an amazing job at capturing the ignorance of people, capturing the hate that some people are filled with, and it's sad and it's disgusting. This is one of my favorite songs. Just because I love the way that he's able to display how people can be so ignorant of the other side. There's another one by Joyner Lucas, like, called "I'm Not Racist." I think that one's kind of like that too, where he's not pulling any punches out of anybody. He's telling it how it is, and it's sad and it's disgusting and it's hurtful and it's painful and it hurts people to have this kind of attitude. Like, for you to just, it's really, you dehumanize groups, and you just generalize groups, and people are unique, people have value, it doesn't matter what their race is, it doesn't matter what their gender is, it doesn't matter what their political view is. A person has something to offer this world, every single person in the entire world. A pastor, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what religion you are, it doesn't matter what you think about God, it doesn't matter what your skin color is, your ethnicity, nothing. You're valuable. You're worth something. You matter, and you have something to offer the world. But sometimes we get lost just generalizing people by something that we can see clearly with our eyes and not with our hearts, not with our ears. We need to be listening to what people have to offer the world, not just looking at them and generalizing them. But listen to what he says right here. All the murder and rape that got us these golf courses. Honestly, that's true. America's built on the backs of slavery. America is built on the backs of people who were slaves, and now their descendants are people who are stuck in poverty. But the people who had the slaves are the ones who are still living, on this high life. And it's sad. It's disgusting. But let's talk about it, man. Honestly, let me tell you why I'm not a racist. Let me tell you why I think a lot of Christians are, but I'm not. When I was a little boy, my grandpa pulled out the Bible and he said, "It's wrong to be racist, and Jesus says so." And he showed me a passage in the Bible where Jesus is speaking to two groups of people. It's the Jews and the Gentiles. And there's a group of people in the Bible who were a mix almost. They were mixed. Like, you could think back 100 years ago, or you could think back to segregation when white people and black people were, first beginning to, you were beginning to fight the idea of racism, and so people were coming together. And it didn't matter what your skin color was. If you fell in love, you fell in love. But then there were other people who were racist, and they said, you were mixed. That was even almost worse than just being one ethnicity. And so it was the same thing in the Bible. This group of people who was a mix between the Jews and the people who weren't Jews, the Jews hated them so much. They would literally thought so little of this group, this ethnic group. They thought, you know what, you're literally like just the most disgusting people, and they segregated against them. They wouldn't talk to them. They wouldn't be around them. They would hate them. They would, berate them, beat them. It was so awful. And Jesus came into that situation, and he loved those people. And he spent his time with those people in front of the Jews, and he didn't give a damn what they thought. He said, you know what? These people are valuable. These people are worth something. These people are valuable. And he didn't say, he didn't look at the Jews and say, yeah, you're valuable too. He didn't care what they thought. They knew they were valuable. They thought it too much. They had big heads. He said, you're valuable to the people who didn't believe so. He said, you're valuable to the people who were being treated as if they weren't. That's why Christians, people, when the Black Lives Matter movement began to become a thing, most pastors that I know began to say, all lives matter from the pulpit. All lives matter. All lives matter. But I don't think Jesus did that. And here's why. It was explained to me in a very, very helpful way when somebody said, yeah, we know all lives matter, but that's not the point of Black Lives Matter. And I don't mean like the hateful people who are causing violence and doing other things, but people who really want people to just understand that Black Lives Matter. They said, yeah, we know all lives matter. You know that your life matters. But it's the black people, it's people who are African American who are being treated by the color of their skin as if they don't. So those are the people that we need to be telling that they matter. Those are the people we need to be standing up for. Nobody has to stand up for you. Nobody has to stand up for you based on the color of your skin. You already have that kind of respect. You already have that kind of value. People don't ever tell you that you're worth less because of the color of your skin. But I see Jesus doing that. I see Jesus going to the people who don't matter, or who people say don't matter, and telling them and reminding them that they do. I see Jesus, if he were here today, going to the black people, going to the African Americans. I don't want to offend anybody. Just understand the point of my message. Don't pick at my words. Going to them and saying, you do matter. Going to them and standing up for them and saying, you do matter. And then when somebody says, but Jesus, all lives matter, he says, you know that, but he needs to be reminded. You know that. He doesn't put up with that BS, bro. Jesus, when he was alive on earth, he didn't put up with that crap. Because he knew the motives of the heart. The motives of, you're seeking attention, and you're choosing not to give attention to the people that need it, and choosing not to give value to the people that need it, and choosing not to support a mission when it is a healthy mission and not a hateful group of people who just want to cause violence and continue the division, but a real movement. Like the statement that Black Lives Matter, Jesus would support, I believe. And would be able to say, this is racist and it's wrong and those people matter. And for you to say, well, all lives matter every time somebody else says it is like saying, it's like saying, I need a doctor, I just got shot, and you're like, I have a paper cut though, like, oh, I got shot too, or like, you know, like you just want to. It's trashy, bro. It's trashy for you to do that. It's trashy for you to take attention away and value away and love away from people who actually need it. People like, that's a movement that should be supported. That's a statement that should be supported and lived out and accepted. Nobody ever, y'all, you understand me. I know you understand me. But that's the kind of life that we have to live, and that's why I say that I'm not racist, because it's wrong. It's wrong. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter what you're about. It doesn't matter what your parents taught you. It doesn't matter what anybody impressed upon you. It's wrong to be racist. It's wrong to be sexist. It's wrong to be any kind of ist. All people are valuable. All people matter. And when Jesus was on earth, you can look at the book of Luke. He showed the people who were told that they didn't matter that they mattered the most. Jesus didn't tell any Jews, you matter. Not in the way that he spent time with women. Not in the way that he spent time with tax collectors. Not in the way that he spent time with the sinners. Not in the way that he spent time with Gentiles. Not in the way that he spent time with people who felt as if they didn't matter. With people with leprosy. Jesus showed the people who felt as if they didn't matter that they mattered. He spent extra time to say, you matter. That's why I say that Black Lives Matter, that statement is so true and so valuable. Because when Jesus was on earth and women were nothing compared to men, Jesus said women matter. When Jesus was on earth and Gentiles were nothing compared to Jews, Jesus said Gentiles matter. When Jesus was on earth and people said tax collectors suck and they're an abomination to our nation, to all Jews, he said tax collectors matter. Jesus was somebody that would say to the people who thought they didn't matter, you specifically matter. That's why I think this way. That's why I think the way that I do. Because I see it in the Bible. I see it in the life of Jesus, and I want to be like Jesus.
Make us out to be, why wouldn't these are my brothers?
And that's exactly what Jesus was never about. But people twist it. People like to twist it, and they're just like the Jews were. They're just like the Pharisees. They're just like the hateful religious people were. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. If Jesus came today, things would be so similar to how he left them. And it's sad. It's sad.
They understand.
And I feel like that's what leads to hatred, is that I'm just writing for me and mine. Like, me and mine, that's all I care about. If you have that kind of selfish mentality in life, you're really going to cause a lot of damage. You have to be empathetic. You have to be caring about more than just yourself to really make a difference in the world. But a lot of times we just only worry about ourselves, and we get trapped in this cycle where, you know, it doesn't matter if I hurt somebody else. I'm only going to be worried about me. But then if somebody else has that attitude and they hurt you, like, you're offended. But how can you expect any different from them if that's all you're doing yourself?
Gang, yeah. And my gang was all I knew.
That's honestly it, man. Like, we have no empathy for people who are forced into certain lifestyles because there's no other way for them to accomplish anything. Like, it's true, man. Marlon is somebody. Marlon, bro, I don't know. This artist is somebody who truly has taken the time to understand people. Has truly taken the time to understand ignorance, but also to understand why people are ignorant, or to understand struggle and why they struggle, or why they make the choices in a struggle. He's somebody who really cares about people and really cares about his community. And I really respect that.
But when the world won't give
That's where he's so true. He's spitting so much truth because he's saying, look, the people that I had to ride with, the people that I had to support so they would support me, like, it was the gang that was less powerful. You guys just won. That's all it is. It's not because, like, it's still the gang. It's still the same kind of mentality. It's still the same kind of, you're going out doing what you're going to do. We're going to go out and do what we're going to do. And it just sucks. You have more power. But these people, like, if you grow up in that kind of lifestyle, you just feel like you're stuck in a cycle. And you are. And it like, nobody's trying to help you. You know, that's where I see a problem with the issue. That's where he sees a problem with the issue, is that the ignorance of some people, you just see them as criminals, or you see people as like, they want to do bad things, they want to get into trouble. That's not how it is, man. That's not how it is. Take 5 seconds to listen to somebody's story and you'll realize that's not how it is at all.
we made mistakes and we're stream of thought, and I'm the only one.
He says it's just, we're all on some gang stuff. We're all doing the same thing. Just it's for your group or for my group. Because we're just doing what we were taught. That's why I say if Jesus were to come today, he would say everything looks pretty much the same as when he left it, because you just do what your parents did. We got to think for ourselves. Were there people in my life who were racists? Yes, a lot. Have I seen Christians be racist? Yes, a lot. Does that give me an excuse to be racist? No. No, it does not. There comes a point where you're a grown-up and you have to decide to make your own choices and be your own person. You have to decide what your own values are going to be. And if you see toxic values in those who raised you, don't continue them.
One in cuffs for it.
So talented, dude. So talented. Literally, this guy's amazing, bro. That's my reaction song, or my review song for Election Day. That's what I want to say. That's what I have to say. Doesn't matter who you are, you matter. But when I look at the Bible and I look at the life of Jesus, he doesn't say all people matter. He says specifically to the people who are being oppressed that they matter. And I don't see a lot of Christians doing that. I don't see a lot of Christians doing that at all. But I think it's biblical. I think it's biblical to single out people who need to be told that they matter, and to single out groups to say that they matter. And I don't see that in Christians. I see Christians crying boo-hoo, we all matter, get over it, and that's not fair. That's not fair, because I think that is ignorant, and I think it's hateful, and I think that it's unempathetic. And I'm somebody who people have continued to call unempathetic because they feel that I have no empathy. But I feel very strongly about this. And I was taught at a young age not to be racist and not to hate and not to generalize people based on anything that I can see with my eyes. So that's what I have to say. That's what I think. Is there racism in the Christian church? Absolutely. So be very careful. But that's it, man. If you want to hang out with me, go join my Discord. If you want to see me do something fun, go to my second channel. If you want to decide what I react to next, go to my Patreon. And get ready if you have music. Get ready if you have music, because I'm gonna live stream on this channel soon, and for like $10, you're gonna get reacted to. So here we go, man. That's it. Just get ready for it. We're coming with it. I'll see you in the next video.
Mayday, mayday, porn screaming, make way. Make room in your life, I'll be your Potiphar's wife. I'll ease your pain and your strife, I'll be your reason to lie, so you can eat with your eyes, make love with me in your mind. I've been looking for you, I just wanted to help you. I know you're struggling right now, it's been a while since I felt you. I know just a thing to ease the strain, that it overwhelm you. Just forget about your problems with the way that I touch you. I know you think about it, you open pics.